association of devotees. The wealth of a devotee is not the number of houses or the cars or the degree which they have. And we learn this from Ramayana. We learn this from Mahabharata. And we learn this from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Ramayana teaches us how to lead life. Mahabharata teaches us how to live life. And Srimad Bhagavatam teaches us how to live life. Teaches us how to lead life. Lead. Because Ramchandra was Maryadam Purushottam. Right? Krishna is Leela Purushottam. How to live life. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is Prema Purushottam. Similarly, we have Ramayana is how to lead life. Mahabharata is how to live life. Jeevan kaisa jiya jata. And Srimad Bhagavatam is how to lead life. We see Gajendra leading. We see Prahlad. We see Parikshit Maharaj. Everybody is leading. So it is very, very important to have the right community around us. If you want to lose weight, you have to have friends who are interested in losing weight. If you want to create a nice body, and then you have to have friends who are interested in creating nice body. Similarly, in bhakti, if we don't have devotees around us who are very strong in the sadhana, like him, your Amrish Maharaj or the Mataji or whoever it is, then we'll be very weak. It's very, very important to have a community which is around us, which is very strong in the sadhana. Right? If you want to know how do you know Krishna is happy with you? How do you know whether Krishna is happy? When the Guru is pleased. But how do we know whether Guru is pleased? When we serve the devotees. Right? So Krishna will give us MBA. What is MBA? Most beautiful association. That is our MBA. MBA is the most beautiful association. So associating with devotees and talking about Krishna Katha will make us overcome complacency in bhakti because we learn from each other. What is that verse? Matchita matkata pranam bodhayanta parasparam kathayantascha mam nityam sushkanti cha ramanti cha. Right? So katha yantascha mam. What does nityam mean by? Eternally, always. So 10th chapter, 9th verse, right? 10.9. So somehow or another, we should have the association craving. We should crave for association. We crave for noodles and we crave for pasta and we crave for sweets. Double ka meetha I crave for. Right? I crave for double ka meetha. But if you can crave,
They didn't have it.
you didn't have. You are missing something in life. You are missing
We'll
something.
feed you after the talk.
We should crave for devotees association. I have not met this devotee for a long time. Not for his double ka meetha, but for his katha. We crave for that devotee because he makes double ka meetha. We crave for that devotee because he makes nice biryani. Uddhav Prabhu are in Melbourne. Ante kale chama evam. Ante kale chama evam. That is the goal of Krishna consciousness, to remember God. That is the reason you were asking Meena Mataji in the car, is Bhakti Vaibhav important to do? And I said it is not required, but it is important to do. Because when we do Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Shastri, our focus, Bhakti Vedanta, Bhakti Sarvabhuma, then our focus. Or if we wouldn't read. Because you know there's an exam coming up. Not because of love of Bhagavatam, but because of this. Again and again. You can't just. So that is the reason we have to study Prabhupada and give exam. Everybody, including them, most of us. Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vedanta. We should be continuously enrolled in some sort of courses so that we don't have time. Because nobody can tell over here, I don't have time. I can prove everybody has time. It is not time management, it is but it is not time management, it is priority management. Right? It is not time management. We lack in priority management. If you tell tomorrow morning at 3:30 in Wellington Airport, you're going to get $1 million cash. We will line up at midnight. Right? Midnight. $1 million. How long that $1 million will last? 10, 20, 30, 50 years. But how long Krishna Katha or the name of Krishna is going to last? Swalpa api apyasya dharmasya. Right? So, very, very important. So, what is the second C? Community. What is the first C? Consistency. What is the third C? Curiosity. We should be very curious to learn new things in bhakti. To overcome complacency, because after chanting 16 rounds, as we were discussing last night, chanting 16 rounds we are doing for ourselves. 4 regulative principles, that is not bhakti anyways. That is just to come to the human platform. Deity worship, we are offering some bhoga to him so that we can have that double kamita without any sin. We are not feeling double kamita because he hasn't had it. We are feeling double kamita because I want it and I want it karma free. Right? Washing powder nirma, doodh ki safedi. Right? You remember that ad? Washing powder nirma, doodh ki safedi, nirma se aa. You remember that ad? You remember that washing powder nirma? So this is what the bhoga what we are offering. It is just washing powder nirma, so that we don't eat sin because Krishna is Lord. We are not offering it because of love. So unless we are not curious to do other services in bhakti and more challenges, we'll be very complacent in bhakti. So we should take risk for Krishna, dharmic. Take risk for Krishna. You're taking risk for your business, right? We take risk for our business. We take risk for job. So we should take some risk for Krishna. And if that way we do it, we will never be complacent. Take up more and more services and put Krishna in risk. Yeah, put Krishna in. I have to put Krishna in difficulty by taking a risk for Krishna. I was expecting that. Yes.
Do you mean like intensity of like chanting or service?
Yes. So by curiosity means we have to take more intense services. Right? There are services which is intense, the services which is difficult, and the services which is needed. You know, in India, IND. That is India ka short form. Hai? So even in services, you have intense service, then you have difficult service, and there's some service which is needed. Right? You like this cook chef thing which we were speaking. That is needed. You don't have a choice. Or else the business, the higher it is, I don't know whether you know that the chef has gone, so that service is needed. Then there'll be some difficult service, the cleaning of the temple, what you were doing the other day. That is difficult service. And then what Amrish Maharaj is doing now, it is intense service. So these are the three types of services. What is the first one? Intense. What is the second? Difficult. And third? Needed. Out of the three, the first two will purify you immensely. First two, intense service and difficult service will purify us. Needed service is also important. But if you want purification in life, do intense service and difficult service for Krishna. And when you do this, Krishna will be very pleased with us, extremely pleased. And coming back to your question, what does putting Krishna in difficulty mean by? Because you're taking some risk for Krishna. You're taking some risk for Krishna. Krishna will be in difficulty. If you don't do this, Krishna's reputation will be at stake because we represent Krishna. So yes, we should take some difficult service. Absolutely. Book distribution, teaching, Harinam. These are very difficult services. We should take some risk for Krishna. And by doing this, our curiosity will increase.
The more the curious we are, the less the pleasant we are. Or after 60 rounds, what we do? Nothing.